Welcome to Sintel Systems Chinese POS system and KDS demo. This is the front end of the POS system. Our Chinese POS systems have the ability to show the language in English and Chinese. If the staff speaks Chinese, they can use the POS system in Chinese. There's an option at the top of the screen for English or Chinese. We can simply click on that option and the software translates into Chinese. Click back, changes to English. We're going to start with the time card to start our shift. Logging in to start my shift. Now I'm ready to start my drawer. I'm going to start with a beginning balance, so I have change in my cash drawer. So we can itemize all the bills that we have in the drawer. We can simply just type a whole amount under the cash line. We're ready to take orders. We have dining for our table layout. Every time, as you can see, I'm being asked to enter my password or swipe my card for security and tracking purposes. Now, on our table layout, we're going to select table 3C. This is a completely optional function if we would like to enter a number of customers at that table. Now we're being taken to the menu. On the left, we have the categories. On the right side, the items. Default category is the authentic Chinese category. We're going to start with salt and pepper chicken. I click on that item, it takes me to this other screen with other options. They're just options. If the customer would like to customize their plate, for example, the customer would like to change meat and substitute pork, we can do it for an additional charge of $3. The customer would like to remove any vegetables from the plate, they can. For example, I'll say no onions. I'm going to go into the second plate, cow special, noodle soup, cow soup, barbecue category. Now, I would like to make an additional change for the salt and pepper chicken. I don't have to cancel the entire order. I simply can go into the modifier option, select salt and pepper chicken, and back at these options. I'm going to substitute this with shrimp instead. Now, this customer also would like to make an additional special request that is not part of those options. In that case, I'm going to kitchen memo, select the salt and pepper chicken, in memo, say use olive oil, or vegetable oil. The specific request will print in the kitchen only under the salt and pepper chicken plate. We're ready to place order to the kitchen. By hitting the order button, it goes away and it takes us back to the table layout. Now the kitchen display immediately shows us order under the walk KDS. We have a total of 3 KDS systems. One is barbecue. That's another area where another chef may be cooking different items. And the manager KDS that shows all items in the ticket, which includes desserts, salads, and drinks. I did not put the drinks in this order, so I'm going to send that into the kitchen right now by going into the table again, so 3C. I'm going to the drinks category, and select my drinks. When I select order, and the kitchen display won't send the order again. It will just send the drinks to the correct kitchen display, which would be the manager display. So if I click manager display, it doesn't duplicate the order again. It just sends the drinks part of that ticket. At the total of the ticket, we can see the number of guests and the total items for that ticket. Also, we are able to see the table number on that ticket that is dine in and the time that is taken to make the plate. You can see each item has a timer, salt and pepper chicken, and all the other plates. It has been 2 minutes since the order was sent to the kitchen display. Under the barbecue kitchen display, there's only one item that needs to show there, which are the beef skewers. Back to ADS. Now we're going to place another order for another table. I can always go back to table 3C and add any items I might need to. So table 1A for customers, category, official, category cold dishes, category, now we're going to send it to the order. It's being sent immediately to the walk kitchen display. As you can see, kitchen display shows items in Chinese and in English at the same time. We click under the barbecue KDS. No items for the second ticket for barbecue KDS. Manager KDS will show us second ticket with all the items included in the drinks. The manager can be at one KDS and manage different KDS from one single screen, as you can see, the same way that I'm doing it. They don't have to run to each KDS to see the orders or manage the orders or tickets at each KDS. Now, as you can see, the time is running for table 3C for that first ticket. Now, the items are taking 4 minutes to make. After 5 minutes pass, the order will start flashing, and it's going to alert the cooks to start making the order. The timer is customizable. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 more. Alert the cooks. Now let's place a takeout order from the same dining screen. We can place a takeout order. We don't have to close out the screen and get back to the main screen. So from here, I'm going to go into Quick Serve. I'm going to our default authentic Chinese category, select the shrimp with spicy sauce. And under spicy levels, we have an option. We have to select a spicy level. It's completely mandatory, or else we cannot finish the order. We're going to do the sauce spicy. Extra add-ons are completely optional if the customer would like to add anything else to the plate, for example, an additional charge of 50 cents. Add something else, a soup. And now we're going to send this order It goes away. Now it shows on the kitchen display. That was a takeout order, so the order is being labeled as takeout. Now our first order is flashing. It's now 6 minutes, so it's alerting the cooks to start making the order. We have tools on the kitchen display to manage the items in a ticket. So for example, if the beef noodle soup is being made, the cook or whoever is managing the kitchen display can mark that order as done by simply highlighting that item, the beef and noodle soup, and then clicking item done on the bottom of the screen of the KVS. That labels and highlights order, identifying it by the color. Green could be different colors. On the second ticket, we can do the same thing. Okay, that the cucumber garlic sauce is done. So that's item done. That's just for the cooks not to make the same items again. It was a takeout order. So now if we want to get back into the dining screen, we can simply close this and we get back into the dining screen again. Now our system has integrated online ordering, so any online orders that the customer places online come directly to the POS system immediately as soon as they're paid online. The POS system
New
has a
online
speaker
order.
notify the staff that there's an online order on the system. We will need to get into the online ordering function to see that online order. It shows also on the front, on the top of the screen, we have 3 online pending orders. Notification will keep repeating there's a pending online order every minute until the orders are sent to the kitchen. We're going to go into the online order function. We have our 3 orders there. This is the first one. We're going to send it to the kitchen order. See what the order is and send it to make confirm. Now we're going to select the second order. Select order.
New
Send it
online
to the kitchen
order.
display. Clicking confirm. Display, as you can see, immediately shows us the online order. Shows the customer's name as well at the bottom of the ticket. We have one last order to send to the kitchen. We're going to close this screen. Get back. The kitchen display now shows 3 online orders. Select the barbecue, KDS. You have some items for that KDS for an online order. Manage your kitchen display. Displays more orders. Going to takeout function. No table sitting here, so it's just a menu. Select an item. There is at the restaurant paying. Then we can proceed to accept payment, cash or credit card. I'm going to select cash. system shows the change, the cash drawer opens automatically. Now we have the option to print a receipt or to continue. Okay. Orders by phone just be sent to the kitchen. You wouldn't accept payment, cash or credit. Orders by phone will simply just be almost the same way, except that we'll need to label the order with the customer's name. We have a function for that. It's called input customer information. Information, we can type the customer's name here. And click order to send the order to the kitchen. It's an order by phone, so we're not accepting payment. As you can see, the kitchen display shows that order. Name, first name the order, and it shows on the kitchen display. Now, if the kitchen display fills up with orders, we have more pages to navigate to. Go to the next page. See the rest of the orders in the kitchen display. Let's place another takeout order and see the second page with orders. For these orders, so slash is an additional function for a rewards program to connect an account to a purchase so the customer can earn. Our integrated program. On the kitchen display, we're going to go to page 2. So we're going to click on next. As you can see, that order is there. The previous page, page 1 for the KDS. So click on previous. We're back at the one. Now, once an order is completely done and all the items have been served, we can clear the order from the screen. So we're going to do ticket number 1 for dining, table 3C, select that ticket, and then click done at the bottom of the KDS. The order goes away from the kitchen. I'll do the same thing on the barbecue KDS. I'll get back to the walk display. We have other functions in the POS system. On the main screen, we also have catering for large orders or feature orders. This catering function allows us to accept a deposit in advance or be able to accept payment in full, but reserving the details of that order in the system. Gift cards to issue or activate store gift cards, paying and payout for depositing money or withdrawing money from the cash drawer that is not from making sales. Under the tender function, this is the manager function. Any open orders that haven't been completed. For example, orders that just were placed on the side. Anyone can see them, but they cannot be canceled unless there's manager approval, unless it's allowed for the employees to be able to cancel them. Of course, that's just this is where those takeout orders over the phone can be retrieved as well. I see ticket number 3. I see that order for Peter is here. Peter comes to pick up his order. We back here on the tender screen and be able to charge him. So now we're going to go into tender that order, select the payment method, cash, credit card. Now the order is out of the out of the tender screen. Close. We're back at the main screen now. The functions are recall, where we can see all the sales that have been processed for today. A store can be manager only to allow managers, or if employees are allowed, for example, to exchange for a deal. We have other two tabs on the top of the screen, announcements, where managers or owners can messages to the staff, special about the restaurant or anything they might need to know on their operations. Mainly just manager functions, their sales reports. We can see some of the reports available that are just accessible on the POS system. Just some basic reports just for quick view of sales. See, it doesn't allow me. I'm entering my cashier password. It doesn't let me unless I'm a manager. I'm able to get into this area. See what the sales are. The management area, I also see if employees are clocking in and out for the day. And if they haven't, then let them know to clock in. This is just to keep an eye on them to make sure they are registering in time or registering in time when they're going out to break or lunch function. Time card, register my break. If I take a lunch break, break in. When I come back from break out to end it. Now let's go back to the kitchen display. Here are all these tickets. One important thing to mention is the average time at the top right of the screen. The average time that it takes to make the items for that kitchen display on the walk display, for example, we have the average time. But if we click on the barbecue display has a different time. Well, and a manager display. So for this reason, it's good to be clearing these tickets out of the display to have an idea of the time that is taking in control over the cooks and that is taking them to make the food. I'll click on all the tickets and clear them all out. They're all done. One click for each. I'll see how the average time for the walk display changed. Now to the barbecue kitchen display. Every click, when I'm clearing these tickets, the average time changes. Kitchen display, that'll be somebody that needs to know all the items in a ticket that is putting it together. Back to the POS system. Now we're ready to close our shift. So we're going to cashier out, select our terminal cash drawer one, itemize all the bills that we have in the drawer. Or we can simply put the entire amount under cash. I'm going to close this shift. Now it's telling us that we have open checks, continue. Yes, we can continue to close. Manager, a manager can check those open time and clear them out. Any other adjusted tip transactions, we can do them at this moment. We're ready to shift. The system shows a preview of the cash drawer report that will print out of the receipt printer. Based on my input that I said that I have the total cash and the cash sales, down to see my result and see if I'm counting the drawer correctly. If I'm not, it will give me a result that I'm over or short. Once we're satisfied with the count and the result, to shift, and we're going to say yes. This is our shift. The last thing to do will be